So, as I said, let's look at some practical tips that you can use. So, hopefully you're slowly gaining in confidence. Now, obviously you're doing this course and we're talking through bit by bit, but obviously this takes time because you're going to have to go away and try the different things and then come back and see how it's going. But hopefully by the time you sort of get to this stage, you are going to be feeling a bit more confident, and that's pretty amazing. So I want you to just take a moment to think about what that feels like inside and congratulate yourself. You know, if you are somebody that uses a journal, then journal about it. You know, write it down, or if you use a diary, how has this whole experience been for you? Because, you know, this is quite if you can crack this, it's a pretty important thing that you're going to learn this and take it with you for the rest of your life. Much like someone will take a bullying experience with them for the rest of their life, but this will be a good thing because you'll know that you have dealt with it. So let's have a look at a couple of things we can do to deal with the bully in real time. Now, I said earlier that, you know, people say, oh, don't show a reaction and stuff like that. But, you know, if you're feeling vulnerable, then by not showing a reaction, you're giving a reaction and the bully will pick up on that. Now, if you're a confident person and you show no reaction, it's going to be more like, you know, and that's going to come through as well. So we need to be aware of using our new, more confident self. So think back to when we looked at people and environments and people that make us feel really good about ourselves, and hopefully that's starting to be you as well, because this has got to come from within you. So let's have a look at the classic walk away. So this is the easiest one. Walk away, okay? But don't just walk away. What you're going to do is you're going to walk away. You're going to try not to walk quickly. You're going to really be aware that you're just walking at normal pace. And you're going to walk away for a count of 100, okay? So you're not just walking away into the next, you know, group of people or whatever and the bully behind you, because they're going to do that. So you need to be prepared for that. So if you walk away, they're going to be like, meh, 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 meh. So what you need to do is distract yourself. So you're going to be counting to 100. But at the same time, I want you to imagine your superhero or super person. Think about somebody you really admire, and it could be the person from the exercise we did before, or it could be a celebrity. It could be a superhero, it could be a character from your favourite TV show. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you're them, just for that 100 steps. How would they walk away from that bully? Because they wouldn't sort of like scuttle off and try and hide, would they? They'd have the head held high, you know, a straight back, and they just walk off, okay? So I want you to channel that person, count to 100, and the most important thing I want you to do while you're doing that is I want you to have a little smile to yourself inside. You don't have to do it on the outside, because that people might just think, why is she smiling? They might just think, that looks a bit odd, she's walking along going to herself. But smile inside, because you are achieving something, okay? You are taking action, and it's better than no reaction because you're taking a strong reaction. Okay, so that's a really classic one for people that, you know, just, you know, if you just want to get away from them. So you can use that. You can practice it when you're not with your bully. You can practice it at home, you know, just so you can get the feeling of it right, and you know, so that you feel comfortable with it, and then you can try it out. Honestly, it does work. I've seen it in action, so please give it a whirl. Okay, so then the second one is, this is for those victims that might feel confident enough to confront their bully, because, you know, some people do. And if you're just sick and tired of this person, you think, do you know what, I've had enough of this, I'm gonna give them a bit back. So this is another one. So there's 3 little things you can do. So the one I always find hilarious is when they start, yeah, so instead of walking away, you're going to stay there and yawn. Look at your watch. I haven't got a watch on, but, or your phone, whatever. let me know when you're done. That's a really that's really going to annoy them. Okay, so that's like, you know, it's just you're bored stiff, and it's like, let me know when you finish, because I'm not even listening to you. So you're gonna need to let me know, because it's all like white noise. So that's a good one. So another one is agree with whatever they say. So, oh, you're fat, you're stupid, you're this, yeah, whatever, yeah, okay, yeah, that's, yeah, okay, fine. And then just laugh. Like, yeah, I know you're right, it's hilarious, isn't it? Yeah. That's a really good one, because eventually they'll have nowhere to go, because they're expecting some sort of opposition. So that's a really good one, and especially if they're with friends and stuff, because it, you know, all of these tactics make them look a bit silly, but that's quite a funny one to try. And then finally, the walk away that we just looked at before. Do that, but before you do that, just go, is that seriously the best you can come up with? Because it's getting really boring. And then walk away, count to 100, and channel your favourite person. Okay? Now, you're going to cause a reaction. So when you get away from them, and it's, you know, and you feel that you're in your own space again, or maybe, you know, later on when you're at home, I want you to sit and reflect on how it went. Now, I want you to think about the bully and how they might have felt. Were their friends there? Were their friends sort of laughing? Did they join in? Did they get worse? Because actually, that's the best reaction. And I know it sounds horrible, because you think, well, I don't want them to be any worse than what they were. But if they start shouting even more, you know, and then like trying to follow you and things like that, that means they're rattled. It means you have had an impact on them. And once again, those scales continue to tip in your favour. Okay? So, think about that. How you feeling? Because you should be feeling pretty cool. If you tried out some of those things, and, you know, I guarantee that it will have caused a stir. But what it also does is it shows your bully that you're not going to continue to take this. You've made a slight shift, and you might have to try it, you know, the reactions a few more times, but I guarantee it will work. So we need to use our newfound confidence for the next phase. So we need to check out the elements of your personality that got you chosen as a victim in the first place, but also that help you to move through and become, you know, the victor in the end. Notice it, I've just noticed it starts the same, victim and victor. That's interesting, isn't it? Because a victor is somebody that succeeds, isn't it? Somebody that wins. So it's only the last two letters that are different. I've only just realised that when just saying it. So there we go. We're going to change from a victim into a victor. So what qualities are you likely to possess? Well, you're probably a gentle, quiet individual, or you have a special or unique part of you or something about you that makes you different, or you have the ability to see through other people's BS. We all know what that means. Or you've chosen to remain in victim mode for one reason or another. At the moment, it suits you. So these are the possible special things about you that is going to make the bully be attracted to you, but also these are the qualities that you are going to use to help you Va Va Voom your victim and get rid of that bully for good. So you have to truly own your confidence, and the best way to do that is to remember what you've achieved so far. You've developed, I mean, as well as what you've already got going for you, which is your amazing personality, and you were born with that, which is pretty cool. You've also, through watching this video and doing this course, you've also learnt a brand new set of skills, which actually, they're yours forever. No one's ever going to take them away from you. So let's have a look at some of the skills that you've learnt. You've learnt self-control, you've learnt patience, you've learnt understanding both of yourself and of someone else. And you've developed the ability to walk in someone else's shoes, otherwise known as empathy. Right, so now you've discovered these amazing powers, superpowers almost, aren't they? Because they are, you're going to see that the things you learn and the things you do are going to affect how other people behave. And I think that's really cool. I think it's the coolest thing of all, really. So instead of being the person that has something done to them, you can actually choose to, move away or do things differently. Okay, so our last section is probably going to feel like the most difficult section of all, but hopefully with everything that you've achieved so far, you're ready for it. So we're going to learn to forgive our bully. We're not going to forget, and we'll explain that, but we're going to learn to forgive.